Hey, what's up, guys? Billy here, and I wanted to give you a video update of some AA stuff I've been doing. I've probably approached like 10. I'm gonna guess 10. I haven't really counted girls when I go to the mall, but the thing is I go after girls that are like really attractive. Like what I guess you guys would consider like tens or whatever, if you want to say it that way. I mean I'm talking about the really attractive ones. And there's a certain look I go after. It's not like it's a certain kind of attractive that I go after, and it's like there's a certain look I like, and if I feel that like that feeling that comes from that look, then that makes me more genuine in my approach, and I go up and basically it is the line that, you know, hey, this may sound kind of random, but I just thought that you were attractive and I wanted to find out what you're like. So it's basically that. Let's see. And I go up to those girls, and every single one of them, for the most part, was a smile and a thank you, without going into all the details. What else? Today I went to the mall, and for the first time I got a rejection, and all I said, I did the line, I was like, hey, I thought you were attractive. I just wanted to say, hey. I always hold out my hand, and I shake their hand, and I hold their hand, and if they kind of like hesitate or something, I still keep holding their hand. And this girl today, she was actually, it's funny because, like I said, the girls I'm talking to, they're like, you know, really hot, okay? And the girl today, she was like a little bit less than that. She was kind of pretty, but she wasn't as attractive, okay? So I go up to her and I'm like, hey, I held her hand, she put her hand in mine, and then she kind of looks at me, and she doesn't say anything. And I think that, I don't remember right off the top of my head, but I think that she said something to the effect of, okay, something like that. And then I kind of goofed up and messed up, and I was going to say, aren't you going to say thank you? But I kind of switched what I was going to say around, and instead I kept holding her hand, and I was like, well, aren't you going to say I'm attractive too? She said no. And then I held her hand, and I was like, well, aren't you going to say thank you? And then she's like, no. And then I kept holding her hand, and in that moment I thought, that's interesting. You know, that's what I was going on through my mind. And I felt some kind of feeling, like not like oh my God, she rejected me kind of feeling, but just kind of like that rejection feeling. I don't know how to explain it. It was there, but it didn't really bother me, if that makes sense. It was more like I was in my head, and I was like, like I was observing. And so I'm like, what happened next? Oh, so I'm sitting there holding her hand, and I didn't know what to say after that. So I was just thinking, and then she pulls away a little bit, and I held onto her hand. She goes, aren't you gonna? She was like, will you please let go of my hand? And I'm like, I just look at her, and I pull her hand close to me a little bit more, and she pulls back, and I thought to myself, this is what a creep experiences. And I'm like thinking, all of a sudden a scenario of security guards coming in and talk to me came into my mind, and I was like, I was like, this is what it feels like to be a creep. So then I figured, you know, why even try to screen beyond that? You know, if she's already kind of like that, if that's her personality, especially when I had like super gorgeous girls like, thank you, you know, and smiling at me, what's the point? You know, but that's it. That's a little update, brief update, because I can be long-winded sometimes. So anyway, you know, let me know if you have any questions or want to say anything about that, I'm gonna post this on the forum. And if you don't know what forum I'm talking about, it's at goodlookingloser.com.